Hey, Ryu, Ubuyashiki Kagaya is the head of the Demon Slayer Corps, right? I heard there's a lot of deep and complicated backstory about him and his family. For example, why doesn't Kagaya's mother appear? Do you know anything?
Oh, totally, Sora. The Ubuyashiki family has a pretty intense history. Ubuyashiki Kagaya, with his incredible charisma and leadership, is deeply respected by everyone in the Demon Slayer Corps. But there's a dark curse on the Ubuyashiki family, where all the male members have very short lives.
What? A curse? Short lives for the men. Does that mean his mother's still around?
Actually, we never see Kagaya's mother in the story. Since she isn't blood-related, she wouldn't be affected by the curse. However, she isn't depicted in the story, so I'll talk about his mother's secret later.
So, when did this curse on the Ubuyashiki family begin?
It goes way back. The Ubuyashiki family were nobles in the Heian period, and they're actually related to Kibutsuji Muzan, the main villain. Because their bloodline produced Muzan, this monstrous being. The family got cursed so that their sons are born weak and often die very young.
Because of Muzan's curse, what a sad fate. But didn't they get some advice on how to survive as a family?
Yep, a priest told them, since a demon was born from your bloodline, dedicate your lives to stopping him. Only then will your family continue. Since then, each generation has married women from priestly families, which helped the kids survive a little longer. But still, no Ubuyashiki man has lived past 30.
They really carry a heavy fate. So, the Ubuyashiki family has been chasing Muzan for over 1,000 years?
Exactly. Muzan clings to life, so the Ubuyashiki family have been his lifelong nemesis, trying to end him to break their family curse. That's actually why the Demon Slayer Corps was formed.
I'm curious about Kagaya's family too. Who are his family members?
Kagaya is 23 years old, and he has a wife named Amane, who's 27. And 5 kids, his eldest son, Kiriya, and daughters Kanata, Nichika, Hinaki, and Kuina.
I heard there's a unique tradition for boys in the Ubuyashiki family. What's that about?
That's right. Since the sons are so weak, they're raised as girls until they turn 13. This was meant to protect young heirs from enemies. This custom actually existed in the Heian period, since boys were thought to be physically weaker than girls. So it was common among noble and priestly families, even the imperial family.
So that was a real custom? And does the curse make it so they sometimes have to pass on the leadership to very young successors?
Exactly. Since the eldest son always inherits the role when Kagaya dies, his young son Kiriya will have to become the head even though he's still just a kid. And at that point, Kiriya will switch to dressing as a boy.
But the rest of the boys in the family, they all pass away young, don't they? And I heard the girls have to marry by age 13 and change their family name. Or they'll pass away too. It's all so strict. I'm curious about Kagaya's family history, like, what happened to the previous leaders and his parents?
Kagaya's father had a gentle personality, but he couldn't bear the losses of the demon slayers. And he ended his own life at 19. Kagaya was only 4 years old when he took over as the head. His mother also died later, trying to save Kagaya's 2 younger brothers from a tragic fire.
A fire? What happened?
Oh, Kagaya had 2 younger brothers. The second son, Senri, couldn't bear the fate of a short life after their father's death, and he became mentally ill. He began to verbally abuse their mother and Kagaya every day. He even refused the tradition of dressing as a girl. Then, when Kagaya was 9, Senri set the mansion on fire, trying to take himself and their youngest brother, Akito, along with him. Their mother tried to save Senri and Akito but lost her life in the attempt.
Cursed by the fate of a short life, he took his own family with him. In a way, it's like Muzan's own obsession with life, isn't it? But Kagaya, too, met a tragic end by planting explosives in the mansion, taking his wife and 2 daughters with him in his final, desperate attempt to bring down Muzan.
Oh, that's right. The Ubuyashiki family has endured a brutal history from ancient times.
Like in the Sengoku period, when their leader was betrayed and killed by Tsugikuni Michikatsu, Yorichi's older brother. That's when they started keeping their location a secret, right?
Exactly. After that betrayal, they founded the Kakushi, a group dedicated to protecting the Ubuyashiki family and their location.
So Michikatsu betrayed them? And didn't the leader's son at that time have to take over at just 6 years old? That's so young.
Right, so that young leader actually took on a huge burden. He protected Yoriichi from harsher punishment when the Demon Slayer Corps wanted him to commit seppuku, a ritual suicide, after failing to kill Muzan and allowing Tamayo, a demon, to escape. And on top of that, his brother Mitsukatsu had betrayed them by killing the head of the Ubuyashiki family. Even though he was pressured by the Demon Slayers, the young leader decided to let Yoriichi live in exile instead. Plus, he silently permitted Yoriichi and the Hashira, the elite Demon Slayers, to stay in touch through letters. It must have been an incredibly difficult choice for him.
The Ubuyashiki family really bear an incredible fate. I finally get why their rivalry with Muzan is so intense.
Yeah, the Ubuyashiki family has carried this curse for 1,000 years because of Muzan. Ubuyashiki Kagaya dedicated his life to ending that curse, and to prevent any more innocent people from becoming demon victims. That's his commitment as the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps.
Thanks to him, Tanjiro's descendants can live in peace in a world without demons. Learning about the Ubuyashiki family today was really enlightening.
We'll keep bringing you more fascinating trivia.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel.